Ho, ho, holy crap, it's snowing again. Welcome to Canada. Look how much we got already. Like an inch, and it's only been going for like half an hour. Holy cow. Oh, you guys are probably wondering what's in that trailer up there. And that's not my trailer. No, that's my trailer there. But this is my stepdad's trailer. And I don't know why one year there he wanted to build himself a powered wheelbarrow. So we did. Old snowblower rear end and a wheelbarrow front. I've never actually seen it go. But what he's going to do with it, I don't know. Be good for moving cement and stuff around, but we'll have to check it out someday. Anyways, ooh, I'm staying out of there as much as I can. Anyways, today I wasn't going to do a video on this, but I think we'll do a little video on this. Got a new oil pressure gauge here for the 2N. There's the old one. Got him out. It took a little bit of schwaggling to get him out of there, I guess because it's a bit corroded and rustied and whatever you want to call it, but I'm hoping that the old one, compared to the new one, shows a bit more oil pressure. It probably won't, but you never know. So, let's open this one up here. How's she going today anyways, by chance? By then, how are you today? I'm pretty good here, except for the snow crap, but anyways. So, this one doesn't come, interestingly enough, and that's kind of odd, because I guess you could use it for multi-things. This one doesn't come with the adapter to go from the gauge. Okay, don't work for me. I cannot do anything with my left hand. The adapter to go from the gauge to the line nut thingy. So, we're going to have to use the old one, I guess, here. Hopefully, this one fits on here, and it looks kind of different than this one, as this one has a little bit of a dome to it, where the new one's kind of flat, so I probably should Teflon this with something. Some Teflon tape or something. Do I have any Teflon up here? I don't think I actually do. Oh, it fits though. It does spin on. That's good. And I probably could just tighten that down and be fine, but I don't want any leaks, especially way behind the dash there. So I'll have to go get some Teflon or my magical shelf of stuff. No, I don't have any. No, I don't have any. Thought I might have had some pipe dope stuff up there, but I'll go get a little bit of Teflon for it. But anyway, so we got the old line here, and that's went up into the gauge, and that went down into the block there, and that's where she kind of busted off. So I will go get some Teflon first, I think, and everything else looks pretty well similar. It's a little bit taller than the old one. Quite a bit taller than the old one. But that's alright. I think it should still fit there. Okay, so I need a little bit of Teflon. And I'm going to grab the other little chunk of line. I left it down there, I think. So I can get a measurement of the new line here. I got some fittings. I already had some fittings. That should all work everywhere. Got a little pipe cutter and our flaring tool set. Hopefully I've got everything for that. I believe everything should be in there. Flaring tool. Should be that one, I think. Oh, we'll figure that out in a minute. No, it might be this one. What the heck one is this now? 5/16 or 3/16. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to use you guys to, if she'll zoom. There we go. What does that say? 3? It's kind of been mushed over, hasn't it? Must have used her a few times. But anyways, we'll figure that out in a moment. I'll go get some Teflon first here and get some pipe cut here bent up. This is nickel copper stuff, so this stuff should never rust. Or this stuff, I think this might have been the original line, honestly. And it's kind of got a bit thin. Let's see if we can zoom in a good one on this. Let's get her focused here first. And we'll see. Yeah, you can see the one edge that was getting really thin. So probably a good idea that I change that anyways. Okay, get some Teflon. We'll get the first side going here, and then we'll measure it up, and then get the other one on. Should be awesome. Okay, she's getting tight in here. I gotta get this tractor movable again, at least pushable, so I can get my mower over there and out of the way. Anyways, we're working on her. All right. So what we got to do? This is, of course, the old line. It's kind of a weird sort of shape. I'm just going to cut the rough line and then get it kind of roughly bent the way she was. And what the heck way did this go? Whoop. Now let's go trial fit it. I think it went that way. It was kind of a weird shape. I don't think you need these extra bends, but yeah. So anyways, okay, so let's undo this. I did that so the fittings wouldn't fall off. Now the tape's doing a real good job of holding on there. There we go. Get off of there. Alright. 2 fittings, brand new, some new, sweet new line. And we'll just get her kind of bent the way this one sort of was. And if you don't bend her too much, you'll be good. I'm leaving myself a little extra, of course. You always want to leave yourself a little extra, of course, because you can always cut more off. But you can add more too if you needed to. But I got bend wrong. This stuff bends fairly good too. Okay, gotta go to camera for a sec here because I don't want to smack you guys with this. There we go. That's mostly got her. I'm just gonna trim her. Just line this up, kinda there. We'll trim her back a little more here. Yes, and I did have some of this nickel copper stuff. I don't know what I had it for, but I used it for something before. But I got pretty well all the sizes that it's kind of common for, like brake lines or whatever, or in this case oil lines. Man, you wouldn't think it would take that long to cut that. Maybe my cutter's no good. Holy jumping. I think it's a tube. Maybe it's a solid piece. There, I think we got it. There we go. Okay, first thing you want to do is, because I've created a little burr in there now, you want to get some sort of reaming tool. And try to open that up again. And then blow, if you can, any chips or anything out. So that's pretty good there now. And this end was already good too, so that's good. Okay, so let's finagle this a little more here now. Now, which way did we have? That was going there. That goes up to the gauge. So that, I actually do have a bender. And that's, of course, too steep now. You just don't want to pinch her too good. I might actually throw the bender on that one if I can find it in my toolbox. Yeah, this does multi-sizes. If I can figure out how to run it again now. Shouldn't be too hard, just getting it all lined up. That gives her a nice contour-ish. Figured out how to get it out too. Okay, so that was a little bit too much. We're getting close there. This end, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm going to go over there and just put this guy in and kind of pretend like we're lining the end of the line up. I guess this actually, we could put the end on this one now, and I can always change things after there a little bit if I have to. You just want to get away from the dash and then stay away from the fuel tank too. That will come down kind of that side too there, but we're definitely longer than we should be. But we're fairly close there, I'd say. Pretty close with the measurement. And yeah, okay, let's go kind of fudge this guy in here, and then we'll well, you know what, I think I'm going to put this end in. I'm just going to trim this off a little bit, and I've got this better cutter here, that one with the reamer in it. Maybe it would be better, I don't know. Go. And so I could actually cut a lot nicer too. That other one was kind of crap. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. I don't think there'd be any chips really come out of that. Okay, so first of all, you definitely want to make sure that you put your fitting on. I've done that before. Getting all excited. Let's get her crimped and bent up. And then crap, forgot your fitting. Okay, then we got to get this guy out. And I'll have to get a wrench for that. And this has to go on here. I'm going to probably put this in the vise to hold it. But we'll just get her started here. But getting to the vise right now is going to be tricky with this motor and stuff here. But let's see what we can do. Okay, so I'll put this guy in the vise here. That just kind of relieves the hand. Now, can you guys see that okay? Let's move you over a little bit. About there somewhere. Good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so what we got to do here is you got to take this little guy and you want to just line that little lip. See the little lip? I want to line that just so it's flush with this vise thingy here and flush with, my fingers would work for me here, flush with the vise thingy, flush with that guy, something like that. That'll move, that's good. And you want to snug this guy down really good. And yes, I know I'm using a line wrench, but I'm making a line, so that's perfect. So you smush this down, right? It's smushed because there's little knurled line thingies in there that kind of, oh geez, kind of bite into the line a bit to hold it while you're smushing it. Oh, that turned right around on there on me. Bet you that's not a metric. Whoops, my bad. Not a metric, huh? It's not one of them. Oh, I might not have one of them. I thought that was metric. Well, all my tools are over there right now, so we'll just have to go this way. Okay, that should be good and tight. So now you got to take the little nibbly dooey and put it down in the line. And then in your kit there should be this little press thingy. You gotta put it in there, and I don't know, I'll show you the bigger one here. They've got this little dimple thing in there. That's where that little guy's got to push into. Kind of like that. Now, what size is this one? Probably a... Yeah, it's definitely... That's interesting that a tool is SAE. So this, you want to swamage this little die right down to your little press thing and go fairly tight with it so it makes that nice shape, and it squishes. If it happened to be deformed, it'll squish it back and take her off. Now sometimes these things stick on here. That's not too bad today. So that's only the one flare. So now you got to take the actual tool itself with that little thing there and right in the center of the line, and then do her again, and that'll squish it out and create your double flare. Oh, jumping! I'm just having a heck of a time with wrenches today. Should get the right one there, bud. Okay, that should do it. This stuff's pretty soft, so it's not super needing really bad. So okay, so let me bring you over here and we'll show you what we've done here. So there's our flare, nice, and that'll mesh into the inside of the gauge here. So that little ball thing there, that should mesh into there once we tighten her down, and should be all good into the gauge. So now you just gotta undo these, pull your line out. So get the right wrench for the job. All my wrenches are in the other container right now, being kind of sort of not really used, but I should have got the 1/2 inch, I guess. Oh, they're jumping. Go on there. And this one, come off. And that should sneak out. Now, sometimes it leaves quite a knurl on there, but she should fit up there and then tighten on, right? And there's your fitting. Should be all good. Tighten her down and she'll kind of conform to the thing in there too. So, okay, let's go in and we'll fakely set this up here and we'll see if our line looks good here or not. Okay, so we could, I guess, get this mounted and just do it. I didn't Teflon or tighten this yet, but get her in there about there somewhere, and let's see here. We'll just kind of hook this guy up here. I think better go this way first. It's pretty close there. Pretty close there. Okay, that'll be pretty close. A little tweaking here and there. It looks like I need to really alter this line a fair bit though here. I got got to bend this way a little bit, I think. It's definitely longer than it probably should be. I'm trying to think of what else I gotta try to miss coming down here. Let's get these out of the way to start here. Choke lever's already hooked up. So, yeah, this could definitely get bent. I have to get you down a little lower here. I think we're still up too high. Okay, we're not far off. This just needs to get tweaked a little bit here. The battery comes from the top, so that's not a problem there. Just kind of wondering why I don't just kind of come down and then in, but this is the way this other one was, so we'll do it kind of the same, I suppose. It looks like I got lots of line anyway, so that's good. But we got to come down to over here. Get her down in through there somewhere. And then it's going to need a little turn in. Yeah, I think I'll be all right with that. Somewhere there like that. And I don't think there's anything else that's really going to affect anything there. I just don't really know why it's that shape. I'd love to see a picture of like a new one that came on a tractor. But yeah, so anyways, we'll go do the other fitting here, I guess. Give her a rough, kind of a rough where I want it here. And I'll mark it with something here or something that I can scribe a little something on with, so I know where to cut them. Yeah, I can bend her and move her and stuff too, so we'll go maybe there. Go there with it. I think I'll be able to see that. Okay. Well, let's peel her back off here. We'll go back inside with it. Alright, so what we'll do too is try to get some Teflon onto this guy. It'd be easier just to slather some stuff onto it, but what you want to do is hold your thing in your left hand like this and start your Teflon. This stuff's kind of wide for here. Start your Teflon. Oh, I don't like the Teflon so much. Okay, what I'm going to do is just pull it a bit out here. Easier to probably wrap that around. I don't like the Teflon quite so much. Because my fingers don't work too well with stuff that you can't really feel too well. But should get the worst of her anyways. I don't think this thing's gonna go on too far. Oh, darn it. Well, that's what I say. I can't work too well with small stuff like that. Just make sure you get it off the end so you don't get that problem of it collapsing. But anyway, start there and wind this way. So when you thread whatever, pipes or anything, you're threading with, if I go the right way, threading with the wrap, not against the wrap, because it'll actually peel that off. Okay, let's see here if we can get this tightened a little bit. Look, I got, that should be lots. Should be lots. Oh geez, I just bent her too. There we go. They don't make them like they used to. That's for darn sure. Jeez, eh? If I had another ½ inch, I probably could have got onto this guy here and held it and stuff, but I think that should be good. I don't think we'll get much more out of it without bending it all up. But I like the pipe dope better for stuff like this. But okay, we'll have to probably realign that once we get her back together there, but that could actually go in and get installed, I think, now. Alright, we'll put on the other one here, I guess. Remember, put on your fitting first. And the right way. Really helps. I've done it before the other way. And we'll just get this snugged. Just to hold it for a second. And this is the guy you want to get lined up so it just meets, slides. Double check it. A little bit high there. Yeah, that should be alright. Snug her down. Yes, I got my proper wrench now. Snugger, snugger, snugger down. Never done the ½ inch stuff before. Flares. Never done the big stuff. Okay, so then the little poker dewey goes in your line. Grab your little clamper dewey. That fits in there. Now tighten her down real good. You want this to swamage down. Really probably should be attaching this bench to the floor. That's probably pretty good. Sometimes I found with the 5/16 lines, they seem to mess up more with getting that little thing jammed in there. And then put your clamp back on here. Go the right way and tighten that down just till it kind of flares out a bit. You don't have to kill it, because if you go too much you actually can split these things, especially with the harder steel lines. That should be good. And then if you split her, well, cut her off, start again. Oh, jump on that. I went a bit too much that time. Looks pretty good. Not too bad there. And that's your flare. Your double flare. Take that out. Take this guy off. Ooh, that one's jammed in there real good. And there you go. That's our fitting again. All fit and ready to go. Let's get the line up there, and she is pretty good. Sweet. Alright, well, let's install this gauge here first. Make sure we put it up the right way would be nice. And somewhat straight would be better. And yeah. So, use a little bracket. That goes on there, and didn't mess her up too bad. And then a couple little bolts, or nuts, sorry. And this is the part I have problems with. Working with these little things. It's my problem. So. Before we crank her down, we'll get her straightened up here a little better. Should probably sit right on the seat and do it, but boy, that's the tricky part. I've got to go this way a bit. Oh, could always loosen it a bit if I have to, I guess. I think I'll go there with it though. And we have got a little 5/16 nut driver guy here for that. You can over tighten these too, you don't want to go crazy. Starts to bend that bracket, that's probably good. Alright, that's tight, these are tight. Let's hook the line up. Okay, now you don't need to Teflon these or anything. That's what that flare is supposed to do. So we'll just get that one there. And we'll get this one on the bottom set in here too. I'm going to have to do a little bend in here, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now where's that going? Oh, that was the finger. Did you hear that? Ouch. Tell me that's not a different thread there. Don't tell me that's not a different thread there. Uh-oh. Maybe I better get this one on first. So we'll take the top one off. We'll get this one on first, maybe. And of course it threads right in. Okay, that's good. Let's go back to the top here now. Now let's see. Might be just off a hair a bit here, but I think we'll get her. Alright, a little 3/8 wrench. These need to get kind of tight. Gonna turn the whole thing on me again. Okay, I'm gonna need that 1/2 inch again too. But anyways, let's go to the bottom one here. Yeah, that's not so bad. I think that'll work. Brand new line. Lucky there. That should be good. We'll just have to check for leaks when we fire it up. For this one, we'll hold with the 1/2 and then give her a bit more snugging if I want the right weight. That would be good. Should be good there. I'll have to check for leaks whenever we do fire it up here again. Well, there we go. New gauge installed. Hopefully it shows more oil pressure than before, but I doubt it. And yeah, that should be good. Might have to tweak it when I get things all finally back together here, but it looks like it's kind of going that way a bit. I could probably tweak it. You know, it's movable, so. But there we go. All right, I guess that's about it for today. It'd be nice to get these radius rods back together here, but I have to bring up some special material. I'm going to show you how to kind of, if yours are wore out, how to kind of make it a little better for a wee while down there. Those ball sockets. You can get new ones, but holy cow, they're expensive. And they're like a cast piece, and I don't know if the new ones would be any good anyway, really. So, but yeah, that should be good. All right, well, that's it for today. I guess went pretty good there. We'll catch you all later. And I think probably our next project that we'll do for this thing is get that fuel tank in the building here. Well, I like to get this pushed back. Maybe I'll try to work on that today. Get this pushed back a bit and get the mower in here at least then, and have a bit more room in the other shed there. Well, that's about it for today, but I got a room cleared over there now. I think I can get this thing in there. I don't know how well it's going to start though, because when I had this carburetor off, I didn't put, for some reason, the one spring that holds the choke thingy when it's cold starting, it goes from here to here and it starts way better. I didn't put it back. I left her the way it should have been. So we'll try her here and see. I don't know. I have to push it. Wow. She's right up. Yeah, I don't know. There's something with that choke thing, and I don't know what it is. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I hate running the balls off when it's cold like that, but that's the way these things are designed. Should have separate thing for choke, I think, still on these. What the heck is that? Pine needle. Oh gosh, she's got fuel. I don't like these Briggs and Strattons. Oh man. I guess we'll just run the balls off her. If it'll start, keep going. Isn't that awful? But you know what? If I change that spring, the positioning of that spring, I don't know what it does, but it'll fire right up and no problem. There she is. Holy crap, there's our next project. So the tank is mounted underneath in here. We got to get that tank out of there. And it's got a leak somewhere up in the seam, whatever. It's going to need a lot of cleaning up. Probably give her a paint on the outside anyways if it's really good shape. Hopefully it's not in that bad a shape, but who knows? Who knows? And yeah. And I think there's still some gas in it too. Left some gas in it, I believe. Well, a little bit. So we'll have to get that out of there too. But that's a job for another day. But anyway, that's it for today. Thanks again for watching. We will catch you all later. And you guys have a good day. Darn fuel tank leaking too. Holy, can't believe it.